Today we're going to Kedarnath,
a 1,200-year-old temple located in the midst of the Himalayas. On the way, we faced countless challenges, leading us to believe that all hope was lost. Yet, we remained determined, and eventually, we were able to see that a bad beginning does not always lead to a bad ending. Welcome to the series, My India Journey, Episode 3, Kedarnath.
Okay, so today we're going to be moving to a hotel in Uttrakhand, and then tomorrow we're going to Kedarnath. I'm going to miss this view. It is so beautiful. You can see the Bhagirathi river. I've told you guys already. I'm going to miss it so much. So I'm standing on the bank of the Bhagirathi river, but I'm so excited for Kedarnath. But there was a landslide on the road from Sonprayag to Uttrakhand. There was a landslide, but it was a minor one. So hopefully that doesn't happen again. No one got injured or killed, thankfully. So hopefully I can still go.
And then after saying bye to this beautiful view, we had upma for breakfast and then headed off on a 7 to 8 hour long journey. And in the middle we stopped for a quick and refreshing lunch so that we could be refueled. And then before we knew it, we had arrived.
So we're finally at Uttrakhand now, and we're going to be staying over at this hotel called Amritara, Sun Inn.
Both say Amrita.
It's fine, whatever. Sun Inn, and now we're going to go relax. I'm really tired. Are you tired?
Indubitably so.
And tomorrow we're going to start the trek at 4 a.m. Well, we're going to get into the car to go to Kedarnath.
Yeah, that'll take like 2-3 hours.
No, Kedarnath. Gaurikund, right?
Sonprayag.
Sonprayag.
Yeah, and then from Sonprayag to
Okay.
Gaurikund is a taxi or something. And then after that, it's going to be the trek, 22 kilometers. I heard there's shortcuts on the route, but the shortcuts look pretty tricky.
Yeah, we should just stick to the main route.
I think I'll go through the shortcuts, why not?
No.
You get to skip like 4 kilometers, bro.
Okay, we'll see. Okay.
But they are hard, I've heard.
Yeah, and
All
we'll
right,
see you
boss.
tomorrow, guys.
See you tomorrow, lad.
So guys, I'm in the hotel room. This is the bedding. I love the green pillows and this, I don't even know what it's called, so bed runner. Okay, probably that. Guys, this is the view from the hotel room. We've got the balcony one. There's mountains once again, and there's some little homes over there, and you can see the river flowing right over there. Oh, and the main city. Karthik, what do you think of the bell in this hotel?
Bro, do you want to hear it? Can you hear it from here?
Stop. It's so bad. What does it sound like? It sounds like a prison, right?
Yeah.
So around 7 p.m. we headed off to dinner in the cafeteria so that we could head off to bed early so we would be able to start our journey off smoothly the next day.
Today we're going to Kedarnath. Good morning, guys. It's 4 a.m. As you can see, it's pitch black outside. It's also raining, and now we're going to be leaving to go Kedarnath temple. It's like going to be maybe like a 7-8 hour trek, or even more with rest stops included. But if we take a donkey, it will be like 5-6 hours max. So let's hope we can reach. We're going to be taking the car to Sonprayag, and then from there we're going to be getting another local taxi for 50 rupees per person to go to Gaurikund, and from there we're just going to start trekking.
However, as soon as we left, there was a big rock blocking our path just 1 kilometer away from the hotel, and more rocks were falling because of the rain, and so we had to turn back.
We're back at the hotel room now because it was literally raining and there was a landslide right in front of our car 5 minutes away from the hotel. It was so huge. We're actually being stopped. I swear, like there's a spiritual intervention. Have some breakfast at 4 a.m. because I'm actually quite hungry. The sun has risen. It's no longer dark, which means that we're later than we expected. Hopefully we can still go, but we'll have to see if the road's clear and if no more landslides happen, because in front of that big rock there were other landslides occurring. The driver was literally running with 2 other men because it was just falling right in front and they were standing nearby. So oh my gosh, this is actually scary. Okay, we're leaving for the second time now because apparently there's no more landslides happening ahead. but let's hope it works out. Jai Ganesh ji, Jai Hanuman ji. Let's go now.
And so, with full faith, we finally reached Sonprayag. The journey was so rocky and unsteady, you can hear in the footage. It was actually crazy. And not gonna lie, I was kind of scared during this car ride because I'd heard so many reports about cars falling into the valley, but we made it. Unfortunately, all private cars have to park in this parking area, so we put on our raincoats to tackle the rain so we could walk. And we also bought these walking sticks that have a pointed end at the bottom to help you keep a grip, especially in the muddy soil. And it was so helpful. It was around 100 rupees, which is roughly 80p. Apparently there was a landslide ahead, so they've closed the roads.
Apparently it will take 4 hours for the roads to be opened.
No, after the rain stops, there's another 2-3 hours. That's the problem.
Whoa. Kartikeya is just samosas over here. I think it's open now. It's officially starting, I think. Oh my god. We're walking from Sonprayag to Gaurikund because the cars aren't gonna go, so we have to walk 6 kilometers,
5-6 kilometers, I'm pretty
extra, which will take around a good 30-50 minutes, or even 2 hours.
30-40.
Yeah, 30-40, yeah.
And then we reached the point of the trek where rocks were falling mercilessly as a result of the rainfall. So after holding my brother's hand, we walked steadily across the uneven rocks, scared at every step we took because there was like small pebbles rolling down the mountain. And as you can see, everyone else was also trembling.
Har har Mahadev!
People are running now, see? That is the यही है rockfall का area भी. My mother going the left with the stick.
And luckily the cars from here were working, so we could rent it for 50 rupees per person, and it would drive us to Gaurikund, where the trek to Kedarnath, which is around 26 kilometers, would actually start.
Reached Gaurikund. We came by the local taxis. It was quite a rough journey, but it was so much easier than walking. You can see there's many shops established along the route in Gaurikund because it's a small village, right?
Yeah.
So there are places you can buy more sticks as well from here. Guys, if you also have difficulty breathing, you should get this. It's called kapoor. You just smell it with oil. They do deliveries, guys. With someone else. There's also medication shops you can get on the way. This one is called Anjali Medical Store. So 15.5 kilometers left until we reach the temple. I'm actually exhausted now. Yeah. The horse now because I couldn't do the walk.
All I can say is that the views were so breathtakingly beautiful that I was just mesmerized by everything I saw. The sun was shining at certain points as well, which made everything look even better.
Little shop. We're gonna have some limca
and also some Coke, and I also ordered some Maggi for veg. पहाड़ों वाली मैगी है ये, बहुत स्वादिष्ट लग रही है। And then my dad and I got back onto the mule so we could continue the journey.
Her name is Rami. This one is called Tiffy. It's the first time.
It's starting to get cloudy.
कैसा है? बहुत ठंडा है। टी टेस्ट कैसा है?
बढ़िया है।
Guys, we have reached the point where the horses cannot go any further, which is basically 2 kilometers away from the temple. So now we're gonna have to walk. It's quite flat land, but the visibility is not great. You can barely see anything. It's just foggy because of the clouds. Also, the horse experience was so good. The handler was amazing, and my legs do hurt because I was sitting down for so long, but not as much as it would hurt if I had walked or trekked up here using the stick. So I think taking horse was a good decision. So guys, if you come here, you should probably try it.
Seems like we're approaching the main city. Yeah. So I have spotted a broken helicopter. I think it's broken. Do you think so?
What do you think?
I think it is. I think this crashed because...
Can you see the tail?
Yeah, like look at the tail. It's literally sticking back at an angle. But anyway, yeah. There's an SBI bank as well. That's crazy. Because you can withdraw money. That's good.
Yeah, because we didn't offer it.
Oh my gosh, we're so close. We're on the bridge now.
In the distance, the periphery of my vision, you can make out the shape of the Kedarnath temple. It's there in all its glory, inviting us in. Shri Kedar! Aage hum log ऊपर तक. Finally! After a long journey, we're finally here. In the background you see the Kedarnath temple. Jai Shri Kedar!
So, arriving here was definitely not the first time in my family history. My grandmother embarked on this journey way before me, way before I existed, alongside my dad and his brothers, who helped her on every step of the way, paving the foundations for me to one day arrive in this very location, just a few decades apart.
So this is our Dharamshala, Bikaner Dharamshala. This is the room. It's 4 beds, well, 4 people. And then in the corner, Lakshmi Ji, Saraswati Ma, and Ganesh Ji, and there's a little chair, and then a little place to put all your belongings. I can't believe we finally made it after facing so many adversities. At one point, we passed through this part of the trek where there was literal like rocks falling down because there was landslides occurring since it was raining. There were small ones, but there was also big ones that fell overnight and it took a long time to clear. So being here feels really like a blessing right now, because I know that many people probably would have returned once they heard that there was landslides, since it is scary. But we persevered nonetheless. Hopefully we can get darshan, so go see God today by 7, and then we'll go tomorrow for the morning arti, where I think it happens at like 4 or 5, and then we'll start trekking down. We're probably going to take a horse, that's what we call it here, but I think it's more like a donkey, but I'll have to confirm that. We're gonna take that down. It was so smooth, guys. I was trekking up, I could not do it anymore. My legs hurt so bad, but that's probably because I haven't trained in the gym that much recently since I had exams, but it's fine. The donkeys were really cute. They got like rest stops like every few hours, so yeah, we just stopped a bit and then they got water, so it wasn't like we were making them overwork, so that was good.
1 hour later, we headed off to Tiwari Hotel and Restaurant to have a late lunch. I had puri and chole, and my dad had rice with yogurt. And then we headed to the darshan token receiving counter to get a token so we could go to the temple later on for the night aarti. We also bought these bags which were like 200 rupees, and they contained offerings that we would give to God to get blessed, and then we take them back home.
Guys, the time is 6:36 a.m. Right now I'm going to the morning darshan of the Kedarnath temple. I have some offerings as well, so I bought them from here locally. These bags, they were like 200 rupees each. I got this sriracha and some Ganga gel from Gangotri. This Rudraksh. You can see the fog is starting to clear up. You can see the glaciers back in the behind the mandir. Oh yeah. Yudhishthira was lost. This is the mountain that Pandavas climbed up to go to heaven.
But it was nothing inside it.
And then after exploring for a bit, we then queued up for the morning darshan, and we also found a priest that accompanied us inside to help us out with our offerings, and this is us with him. 2013, when there was a flood, everything you can see all the way down to Gaurikund got destroyed, apart from this temple. This temple, which has Arjun and I think Bhim statues, the two of the 5 Pandavas on the right and the left. I'll show you in detail the person. And inside there's more statues of the rest of the three brothers. They built this temple when they were going to heaven because they wanted to confess their sins.
Now we're walking towards the Adi Sankaracharya statue.
Adi Sankaracharya was an Indian philosopher and monk who is credited with rebuilding the Kedarnath temple in the 8th century era after it was buried in deep snow during the Ice Age. So on June 17th, 2013, when disaster struck and rivers overflowed due to the cloudburst, this rock called Bhimshila was the one that protected the temple from its destruction. Everything else was destroyed, yet the temple remained in all its glory with the idol intact. Now it's worshipped and revered as a god itself because it's believed that this was a divine intervention.
We're leaving, we're gonna start the descent. I'm probably gonna take Pony again.
This time I'm taking Pony too. Yesterday we trekked 26 kilometers, I think, and I had a bag on my back, and yeah, it was a horrible road. Horrible. Because we burnt how many calories? We burnt close to 4,000.
So it was worth it.
Well, kind of. It was good because it was a character building exercise, you know. But yeah, we're done.
I think this is it now.
And so, after such a long yet wonderful journey, we had to leave so we could go to Badrinath next to finish our Char Dham Yatra. However, this trip in particular left a profound impact on me, making me realize that life is fleeting and nothing is truly in your control. Everything is in God's hand, and that's why you should live your life freely and enjoy every moment.
Guys, we're walking back to Sonprayag now, where our taxi is parked. But the journey from Gaurikund to Sonprayag was a really scary one. We passed a landslide area, but we were in a car this time. Last time we had to walk because there was a lot of people trying to go, and it was too unstable. But there's still landslides occurring, and they've stopped the trek upwards so no one can climb the mountain. They can descend but not climb. So it was really frightening. I didn't film it, so sorry. It was just too scary. I couldn't even think properly. But thank God we made it so far. Hopefully we'll be protected for the next part of the journey, which is Badrinath. Also, we have to go back to the hotel now, and that's also dangerous since I mentioned earlier a big rock fell in the path. So let's see. I'm praying to God right now. The reason why the trek upwards is closed is because it's a red alert. Since it's raining so much, rocks are falling left and right.
Unfortunately so. And apparently Kavya's horse handler told her that there was a landslide recently that killed 2 people as well.
Yeah, a week ago, and he showed me the site. So thank God we're here right now. Yeah.
And that was the end of our Kedarnath trip 2025. Today we're going to Badrinath, by the way.
We're stuck in a line of cars, but we're gonna give a monkey man